Hello boys, welcome back to the channel. This is Senki's Debunks, and this is Gi versus Orichimaru. Update from the last piece of crap I did, which got over 100 views in a day. For something I did literally in 7 minutes. Amazing. Now, without any further ado, why don't we jump right into the video. First off, boys, why aren't you subscribed yet? Yeah, I see you. I see you watching this video. I see that subscribe button ain't gray yet. Why is it red? Subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Let's go. Thank you for all the new subs. Thank you for all those who have been here with me from the start. And now, why don't we get started? Now, when it comes to Naruto and Bleach, even the most casual watchers need no introduction to these two powerhouses, I guess. I mean, Orochimaru's been dogging on so much people in Naruto. The fanbase thought he was the main big bad for quite a while, while Gin is over here making our main character look like dog shit for like half the series. Both of them have big PP energy in their own respective series, but what if they were to meet? What if they were to go hand to hand, sword to sword, balls to balls in a brawl? Who would come out on top? That's what we're here to find out. And we are gonna start with our boy Orichimaru, the snake of Naruto. Now, this man's been on demon timing ever since like an episode after the Genin exams in Naruto, making people like the Anbu look like the fodder that they are in both speed and power, not to mention intellect. Now, let's not forget at that point the Anbu were at least like 3 or 4 times the speed of light, and Orochimaru was killed over that, possibly making him about 10 to 12 times the speed of light. Keep in mind at that time Orochimaru's body was deteriorating in health, and he could even get better if he was not sick. I think it was either Sasuke or Itachi who said he was even stronger than someone like Snake Form Kabuto. Either one of them should be taken seriously, as they were in an up-close and personal fight for an extended period of time with Kabuto. The same Sasuke that cut that meteor in half, yeah, it's the same one. Country to country plus, even continental plus if you want to wank him up there, fair enough for me. But it's the sheer amount of abilities that really got me interested in scaling this character specifically. I mean, just to name a few: 5 element seal, Slytherin snake mode, gathering of the snakes, earth release, shadow clone, snake mouth bind, 8 trigram sealing style, sword of the sky, many hidden shadow snakes hands, Orochimaru Jinjutsu, reversible technique, dead demon consuming seal, release. And there's more. Yep, you heard right, there is more. That's not even mentioning his more famous ones like living corpse reanimation jutsu. He can even paralyze and or poison his opponents depending on what the situation is and what he wants to do with said opponent. Other than that, this man is like baseline almost immortal, because the second we thought he was dead, he was able to come back through a curse mark he left on one of the people he abducted and some shit like that. So there is that. I mean, we've seen in Naruto Shippuden, this man just like he changes his skin and comes out with a whole new body. But in Boruto, we saw him lose his hand, but he just instantly grew a new one, not wasting any time like in Naruto Shippuden, which means 1, he improves, and 2, he doesn't have to waste as much time shedding skin, I guess. And with that, why don't we jump over to Gin's section. Now, there are 2 ways to scale Gin. One is how I did it in the last video, which brings him anywhere from like mountain straight up to like low moon level, relatively moon level, because of how he handled Aizen in that situation. And then there's the one where Hellverse is canon, which can bring him from anywhere around mountain level straight up to goddamn multiversal. In case you're wondering, it's because Hellverse is actually canon. Now, if you want us to know about Hellverse and so on, leave it in the comments down below. I'll leave a short scaling video depending on what's down below in the comments. But in that one, Vassal Lord Ichigo broke through Hell to the living world, which is calculated to be a multiversal feat because he broke through multiple different universes, which is the layers of Hell. That's the same Lorde that fought Ulquiorra in the canon timeline, and it's the same Ulquiorra that survived a Zero to the face without guarding himself. And as we know, there are stronger Espada, like Baragon and Stark. They obviously scale over that defensive capabilities, and so making them defensively multiversal, with possibly multiversal AP as well. Now Gin and Aizen scale over all the Espada. What does that make Gin? Multiversal. Thank you. And just to clear things up a little bit, AP and DC are two different things, so for those who do not understand, you can go and search up a video on how they differ and come back here to understand this video even better. Now, when it comes to things like speed, Gin is absolutely crazy. We all know he's faster than Ichigo. We've seen him nearly kill Ichigo many times in Fake Karakura Town with just his sheer speed. And not just with speed, he has been seen overpowering Ichigo with raw strength multiple times as well, even without boosts from the Hogyoku like Kaname or many of the other Espada. He doesn't need that to overpower a multiversal Ichigo. To top it all off, this man is a strategic genius, and it's not like he has like the Keto spells that many of the other Soul Reaper has. I don't think I've ever seen him use one of those spells. This man is just that damn good. The only real ability that Shinso the Zanpakuto has is that it is able to turn itself into dust just before it recontracts itself, and it can lodge itself into the opponent if the opponent is stabbed, which can then activate a deadly poison which attacks the opponent on a cellular level. And now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's get into the part where I give my opinion on who wins. Now, looking at this without any bias, you can see that it's just a one-sided stomp completely in Gin's favor. I mean, Gin is out here outmatching Ichigo's speed, who is actually hundreds if not hundreds of thousands of times the speed of light by the time they get to Fake Karakura Town, plus boost from the Vassal Lorde fight with Ulquiorra. He's overpowering him with multiversal AP. Even when Hollow-fied, that didn't do even slightly better against Gin. So there's no way Orichimaru is coming out on top with power, neither in speed. Now when it comes to hacks, once again Gin dominates. Sure, Orichimaru may have a lot more abilities and so on to fall back on, but the few hacks that Gin does have much overshadows what Orichimaru has to offer. You see, the thing is, spiritual pressure, it guards its owner even when they are off guard, and you cannot get through unless you have relative or more spiritual pressure than your opponent. Unless you have something to bypass durability, then yeah, sure, but I don't think Orichimaru has anything like that, unless he like somehow makes Gin swallow his poison, which can poison him that way, or paralyze him, which I don't know if he could even get that far since Gin way outspeeds him. At this point, really, all Gin has to do is like flex his spiritual pressure, and Orochimaru will likely just fall on the ground. I don't see how Orochimaru is coming out on top with this. Now, let's say you want to argue that Orochimaru could power it through, outlast him with stamina, regeneration, and so on. Yeah, that's not happening either. I have never seen Orochimaru recover from a cellular level attack, much less one which is aimed directly at the soul, which can bypass conventional durability. And And with that, I say thank you all for watching. This is Setki's Debunks, your number one fact spitter, the Bleach, the Duke. Peace out.